finish up the conversation and we'll roll on here. So I would like to first off welcome everyone and call to order the Monday, April 15th, 2024 meeting of the Lake Zurich Village Board. We have Clerk Kathleen Johnson with us tonight after a vacation. So please call the roll.
Mayor Poynton.
Here.
Trustee Bobrowski.
Here.
Trustee Riley.
Here.
Trustee Spicone.
Present.
Trustee Chagru.
Here.
Trustee Wider.
Present.
Trustee Euchre is absent and excused.
Okay, thank you. We have a quorum. Could you please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving on, the next item on the agenda is public comment. This is an opportunity for residents to comment briefly on matters included on the agenda and otherwise of interest to the Board of Trustees. Public comment is limited to 30 minutes in total and up to 5 minutes per speaker. When you step to the podium, if you haven't already done so, please sign in and identify yourself with your name and address for the record. We will take public comments from the sign-in sheet in the order folks signed in. So I have two people on the sign-in sheet, Mindy Dupree and Julie Novak, and I was advised you want to speak together. Okay.
Good evening. My name is Julie Novak.
Good evening. I'm Mindy Dupuy. We are here on the behalf of the Lake Zurich Rural Fire Department Board. We are both currently members of, and we're here to discuss with your board and let us know that we have been trying to negotiate a new service contract and agreement with the village for the last year, and we have been at a standstill for several months with an open part on our docket for that discussion to take place. Nothing has been changed, and we do want to have this conversation, so we are appealing to you, Mayor Poynton, to Ray Keller, who has attended some of our meetings, but recently has been absent, and the other village board members to be aware of this. We'd like to renew our contract with you on behalf of the board and the Village Fire District. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, that's all I have on the list here. One more chance at public comment. I see Mary Kozub in the audience, and she always has something to say, but not tonight, huh?
I'm okay, thank you.
Okay, all right. Okay, good. Then we'll close public comment. I don't see anybody else. And we'll move on to the consent agenda. The titles on the consent agenda will be read by the village clerk and approved by a single roll call vote. Any item may be pulled from the consent agenda for discussion or separate vote by any member of the board. Kathleen, please read the titles.
5A, approval of minutes from the village board meeting of April 1st, 2024. 5B, approval of semi-monthly warrant register dated April 15th, 2024, totaling $493,360.55. 5C, lease agreement with Kiki's Cotton Candy for concessions at Paulus Park, 200 South Rand Road. 5D, special event request with 20XEM for Lake Zurich Triathlon on Sunday, July 13th, 2025. 5E, Paulus Park Lakeside Pavilion event request for Great Clips Company Picnic on Sunday, July 28th, 2024. 5F, agreement with Patriot Pavement Maintenance for 2024 crack sealing community investment in the amount not to exceed $60,000. 5G, agreement with Schroeder Asphalt Services for 2024 pavement patching community investment in the amount not to exceed $150,000. 5H, full release of letter of credit for True North Gas Station at 449 South Rand Road. 5I, ordinance establishing Village of Lake Zurich Special Area Number 21 for Wildwood Estates of Lake Zurich, duplex residential lots 1 through 12 and outlot 1, assigned ordinance 2024-04-565. 5J, ordinance establishing Village of Lake Zurich Special Area Number 22 for Wildwood Estates of Lake Zurich, Outlot 2, assigned ordinance 2024-04-566. 5K, ordinance amending Title 3 of Chapter 3 of the Village of Lake Zurich Municipal Code to amend authorized Class C convenience store liquor license for RIA Enterprises Chicago doing business as 7-Eleven at 600 East Route 22, assigned ordinance 2024-04-567.
Okay, thank you. Are there any board questions or discussion desired on any of the items, or would anyone like to have any item pulled for a separate vote? Nope, down here? Nope.
Just wondering if
Mark?
either anyone from Ria or Kiki's is here, just so we could say hello. This is Ria. Okay. And anyone from Kiki's today or no? Okay. Welcome.
Okay. Okay, then I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented, and I need a second, please.
Second, Whiter.
Whiter and Kathleen, please call the roll.
Trustee Bobrowski?
Aye.
Trustee Riley?
Aye.
Trustee Spicone?
Aye.
Trustee Shagru?
Aye.
Trustee Wyder?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, and just to step back for a second to the, to Mindy and Julie, we won't handle that tonight. We will handle that after the meeting. Okay? Thank you. I don't want to leave you in abeyance there, so. Okay, moving on to the new business agenda, Trustee Wyder.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Item 6A, an agreement with Hitchcock Design Group for the development and administration of the Paulus Park Open Space Land Acquisition and Development Grant Program in the amount not to exceed $329,300. The Lake Zurich 2024 budget includes $3.3 million for Paulus Park enhancements as part of a $600,000 OSLOD grant program awarded to the village in early 2024. The park enhancement includes shoreline restoration with an overlook renovation of the water water splash pad and creation of a new gathering space with game tables. And the addition of a band shell stage and more bagel carts and site landscaping. Wow, that's a full plate. Hitchcock Design Group has submitted a proposal to manage the development and construction administration of these improvements. Its professional service fees account for 12.3% of the project total. Below, the grant is permitted at 15.3% of the construction costs for architectural and engineering fees.
Okay, thank you. Bonnie, anything from you?
Nothing additional unless the board has follow-up questions. I do have Lacey Lawrence from Hitchcock Design Group present
Okay.
to address the board with any questions as well.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Nope, nobody down there? Nobody down here? I do. Can we, the OSLAD grant was applied for under certain criteria. And all of the things that Greg mentioned that are included in what will happen in the park, can you mix new stuff into that, or are you bound by the application of what you wanted to do? For example, there was a social media comment about the bagel courts versus pickleball courts. I mean, it costs $200 to make a bagel court. It costs $30,000 to make a pickleball court. So I'm not asking you to switch the bagel court for the pickleball court, but can you do those kind of things? If it was even, you know,
So right now, the award was based on the application and the scope of the projects that we did apply for. I would remind the board and the public that we did do a variety of different community engagement sessions to arrive at the scope of work that was identified in the application, but Lacey could identify if we wanted to change anything.
Yeah, in general, you are committed to the elements that were in the application. If you are interested in switching something that would need authorization and approval and review by IDNR, you can obviously add on to the scope of the work, but you must commit or complete what was committed to in the grant.
yeah, if you add on to the scope of the work, it comes totally out of your pocket then, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
because we're definitely exceeding the match
Right.
requirement for the grant, yes.
Okay, that makes perfect sense to me. I just wanted to clear that up. Somebody forwarded me a comment, and, you know, I scratched my head with that, wondering why Bago pickleball court, $200, $30,000, didn't make any sense, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
And obviously, if you're out there doing construction already, sometimes it makes sense. A lot of agencies will wrap additional improvements in, just because you're already mobilized. You're obviously improving the park and having to like restrict areas to the public, and so to limit the inconvenience to the public to do things at one time.
And like Bonnie said, you spent a lot of time engaging the community in what you would like to see in the updated park, so we're good. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
I just have a question. Through this work, and I know a number of years ago we talked about mitigating some of the flooding that goes on over there in the lower lying areas in front of where the band shell is, where we used to do the beer fest and things like that. Has that somewhat been mitigated through this project, or is that going to be mitigated through a lot of this work as well?
Some of it was the last project, and we'll take a look at it with this one as well.
All right, thanks.
It gets pretty damp in front of the stage,
Yeah.
so, okay.
No mudslides.
No mudslides. We're good.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Greg?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the agreement with Hitchcock Design Group for the development and administration of an open space land acquisition and development grant program in the amount not to exceed $329,300.
Second, please.
Second, Riley?
Who? William? Mr. Riley seconded, and would you please call the roll?
Trustee Riley?
Aye.
Trustee Spicone?
Aye.
Trustee Shagru?
Aye.
Trustee Wyder?
Aye.
Trustee Bobrowski?
Aye.
Okay,
Motion
thank you.
carries.
That passes. Item B, next item is trustee Spicone.
All right, item 6B, an agreement with Blue Stem Ecological Services for 2024 natural areas, community investment in the amount not to exceed $174,814. The summary: with the completion of the Emerald Ash Borer Parkway Tree Replacement Program in 2023, the Village Board has decided to reallocate that annual tree funding of $100,000 to the enhancement and restoration of Lake Zurich natural open space areas. The village has developed a comprehensive 5-year plan for the maintenance of natural areas, and the 2024 program includes community investment in 17 different areas, including Oak Ridge Marsh Nature Park, Breezewald Park, Kildare Creek, and Whispering Creek. A competitive bid opening on April 4th, 2024 resulted in 5 proposals, with Blue Stem Ecological Services offering the most competitive bid. This investment into natural areas is funded by $113,469 from the general fund and $61,345 from 4 special service areas.
What kind of bid was that?
A competitive bid.
Oh,
We do those around here.
we do, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them on this agenda.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Just had to ask that.
Thought he was playing a joke on me there for a minute.
No joking. Okay, Mike,
This was a competitive bid.
thank you.
We're just asking the board to consider approving this contract tonight. This was a program that didn't have the funding that we would have liked to have seen over the years. It was from subdivisions and areas that were put in, many years ago without a source to fund into the maintenance for future years. With the EAB completion, we reallocated the funds to this program.
In addition, there's also funds within the budget to support tree planting, tree trimming. So it's not just this or that. So it's both programs that are going to be enriched.
Okay. Any comments from the board?
I have a question. We've planted a lot of trees in the last 10 years. We have a lot of old historical trees, and I know Mary is a part of that work for our community. Are we anywhere near where we could apply for a Tree City designation?
We already are.
We are, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I haven't seen our signs anywhere around town.
We hang them in the village hall here.
Okay.
And part of the tree commission is part of that requirement of being
Yeah.
a tree city. So.
Okay, wonderful.
Mary, how, 20 years? Yeah, 20 years
Okay.
I think we've had that status.
All right. Arbor Day would be a great day to celebrate that and bring it back up and kind of like remind people that we are a tree city and that we do take that seriously. And through that, we have work here that obviously is going to support that.
Yeah. Sure.
The celebration is one of the requirements to be a tree city.
Awesome.
So that's why we've been doing that for 20 years.
Okay.
Maybe Trustee Spacone could dress up as a tree this year in the ceremony, you would remember. Mike, can you, besides,
not that tall.
besides tree planting, sorry,
More of a stump.
besides tree planting, are there any other highlights that you could talk about, like what we're doing with
so
this
we have-
program?
So not with this program. So this program is basically, so we have some invasive tree removal or species removal. We have some herbiciding. We have some overall wetland maintenance. Could be some burns. Could be a number of different things. And then with our urban forestry budgets, we have tree trimming. We have some tree planting. We have some tree removals. We're doing some pretty extensive tree removals at Oak Ridge Marsh here coming up. There's 18 oak trees that are going to be removed because of some
Both
disease.
hardwoods, a couple hickories, and most of them are red oaks that have a canker that spreads like COVID.
Mary, I got to have you stand by the microphone. Can't hear you.
I'm so sorry, and I didn't mean to talk about it because Mike's doing a great job, but there were 13 trees, and then we identified 18 trees on Sunday that need to come out due to them having canker. I can't even say it right, hydroflax.
You had a band in college named
Canker, and it spreads like crazy. So, and it's after those trees have been under such stress between droughts and, you know, they're at the end of Schiller Park, so all the salt runs there, and then you get a drought, and they've been under buckthorn until we took the buckthorn out 13 years ago. So half of them survived, and some aren't. So the sooner we get them out, the less it can spread, because it is in the area where we do have the old growth.
So if I'm a resident and I'm concerned about a tree on public property, who would I call? And here's an example.
Call us, Public Works.
When you walk around Quail Run subdivision, on the back end of the marsh area that's over there, there's some old trees that are falling apart that are rotted, and every time a storm comes through, another massive branch comes down. And so those types of things, I worry about kids or animals walking through there and something falling and hurting them, and I'm just wondering for anyone in the community, they can call Public Works and just give them a heads up, hey, there's a tree that looks like it needs some support.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So Dan, hopefully that answered your question, but
Thanks, Mike.
Anybody else? No? Okay, Mark?
All right, I'd like to make a motion to approve an agreement with Blue Stem Ecological Services for 2024 Natural Areas Community Investment in the amount not to exceed $174,814.
And a second, please.
Second, Shaguro.
And Kathleen, please call the roll.
Trustee Spacone?
Aye.
Trustee Suguru?
Aye.
Trustee Wyder?
Aye.
Trustee Bobrowski?
Aye.
Trustee Riley?
Okay, that passes. So we move on to item C, and that's my item, so I'll read the summary. This is the intergovernmental agreement between the Village of Lake Zurich and the Lake County Housing Authority in regard to providing water and sewer service. The Lake County Housing Authority is requesting approval of an intergovernmental agreement to secure potable water and sanitary sewer services from the Village of Lake Zurich for their property at 22843 Lakewood Lane, the property formerly known as Midlothian Manor. The 2.6 acre property, which is presently served by well and septic, would be allowed to connect to the village's public water and sewer systems. The proposed connections would improve public health and safety, as well as facilitate the Housing Authority's exploration of their options for future reuse or redevelopment of the property. The subject property would remain outside of the village's jurisdiction and subject to Lake County zoning and development regulations. The Housing Authority and/or successor owner would be required to submit permits and plans to the village demonstrating compliance with the village's infrastructure requirements. The property owner would be required to pay the connection fees and the ongoing user fees at the non-resident rates in effect at the time of the connection. The Housing Authority also agrees to pay for any additional connection fees that may be owed to CLC Jawa when the village connects to their system as a result of the reuse of the subject property. The intergovernmental agreement would be valid until July 1, 2029, by which time the Housing Authority would be required to connect to the village's system. Mr. Keller, anything to add?
No, Mayor, unless there's any questions that the trustees may have. The intergovernmental agreement between two government agencies to provide them water and sewer with a horizon of up to 5 years for them to make the connection.
Okay. Board members, anybody have any questions on this?
Sorry.
Mark Spicone?
So as we look at it and just this sunset part of it in 2029, so nothing happens with the property, there's wrangling, there's back and forth, whatever happens, and nothing happens. July 2nd, 2029, this agreement is done, and any future opportunities, they'd have to come back and renegotiate something else, correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Nope, don't hear. Okay, well then, I would like to make a motion to approve the provided intergovernmental agreement between the Village of Lake Zurich and the Lake County Housing Authority in regard to providing water and sewer service. And a second, please.
Second, Whiter.
And Kathleen, please call the roll.
Trustee Shagru?
Aye.
Trustee Wyder?
Aye.
Trustee Bobrowski?
Aye.
Trustee Riley?
Aye.
Trustee Spicone?
Aye.
Okay, that's the
Motion
end of our new
carries.
business for tonight. That passed, and we're moving on to trustee reports. Are there any trustee reports tonight? None? Village staff reports? Bonnie Caputo?
Hi, I'd just like to remind the community that we are still looking for aquatic staff for the summer season. Right now, we have completed our search for camp counselors, so if you have a teen at home looking for a fun summer job with a bunch of wonderful people, please send them our way. And then also, I just wanted to remind the board that we do have our annual Arbor Day on Saturday, April 27th, with a variety of activities going on, everything from the tree commission presentation. Ancient Oaks will be out on the property. We have a shredding truck. We have a compost giveaway. We have a kids scavenger hunt. The Girl Scouts will be out there doing their chalk art contest, so please pop by. It's at 9 a.m. And we also have park cleanup, sign up going on online for a variety of village properties that same day.
Hey, anybody else?
Hey Bonnie, how old do you have to be to apply? What's the age requirement?
So for our purposes, we've finalized our gate guard opportunities. So we do have, those are some of our younger staff, that's 14 and 15. To be able to guard open water, you have to be at least 16 years old. And we do provide, we retain a lifeguard instructor on staff, so we're able to get everyone certified as well.
Got it. So no experience is necessary,
No
correct?
experience is necessary, we'll train you.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thanks.
Okay, good deal. Anybody else? Nope, still? Okay. Next item is the president's report, and I have no report tonight, so we will move on to the conclusion of our business for tonight. We will be adjourning to a brief executive session called for the purpose of 5 ILCS 120/2C 21, review of executive session minutes. There will be no voting action or board business discussed after closed session, so the adjournment of closed session will be the final adjournment and the end of the meeting. So may I have a motion to adjourn tonight's regular meeting to executive session?
So move, Shagru.
And a second, please.
Second, Riley.
And Clerk Johnson, please call the roll.
Trustee Wyder?
Aye.
Trustee Bobrowski?
Aye.
Trustee Riley?
Aye.
Trustee Spacone?
Aye.
Trustee Shagru?
Aye.
Okay, we are adjourned to executive session. The next regular board meeting is May 6th. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.